Have you ever asked yourself what it would feel like to finally go on that trip alone, to go on this mission alone? Survival, you in the mountain, nothing else. And how do you even do that? How do you even start going on a mountain alone and end up not dying? Well, you will find out today in this video. First of all, let me tell you, solo mountaineering is a task at hand. It is hard. You shouldn't underestimate it. You have to plan. Plan is already, it falls and stands with planning. If you don't plan, you don't summit. It's that simple. But also, what's also very important is the progression part. My first alpine summit was the Schneipstein in Austria, 2,276 meters, no glacier, just me, the mountain, and an easy hike. First good beginner mountain. I can just recommend it, alright? The weather was on my side, I checked that, and I had minimal gear, no crampons needed, no snow. It was in October, it was calm. So I summited the mountain, no problem. I mean, it was a bit exhausting. You know, I have weak ankles. I even twisted one of mine, but I summited it and it was all my responsibility. And the success, but also in the next example I will tell you, is also my responsibility. In the failure, which was the Zim Milan, my last trip. You guys saw that even on the YouTube channel. I did a 3-part series on it. And why didn't I summit? Simply because I didn't plan enough and I underestimated what a glacier can do. Everybody told me if I would go, I would die. I didn't end up going because I trust the mountain guides, you know. If they tell me a complete beginner, you shouldn't go, then I'm not going. My ego aside, that's also a very important thing. Put your ego aside on the mountain. Unless you're a fucking more of a maniac than me, but who is that, right? I'm the friggin' maniac, alright? So yeah, but if you have something else to live for in the mountains, turn back, which was what I did. But why didn't I summit actually? I didn't summit because, first of all, too much snow. I could only go so far. And no snowshoes. Whereas others gone with snowshoes and skis, I was there just with crampons. And I couldn't hack it. And I would have just fallen into a crevasse. I underestimated that. First, I thought, oh, only an avalanche could kill me. Only. Well, you can fall in a crevasse and nobody will find you, especially when you go alone. That's why, technically, you shouldn't go alone. But that's boring, alright? Solo mountaineering is there for a reason, and I will do that again, no matter what anyone says. Depends, though, how big the mountain is. You know, maybe I will just do it on another 2,000 meter mountain, but there's just something special in solo mountaineering, which you are getting probably if you watch this video. You're interested, you're intrigued, you want to feel free, you want to do this all by yourself, you want to have to summit all for yourself. This freeing feeling of summiting a mountain. I can't describe it, but I already feel in heaven just speaking about it. So you may be asking yourself, Maniac, bro, what do I need on a solo mountaineering trip, gear-wise? So I tell you what you need. You need, first of all, you already did with the planning, you already seen the conditions, the weather, the snow, the ground, whatever you need. You already saw that, but let's just say you wanted to go high alpine terrain and then it's winter as well. You know, right now it's not winter, you see this weather, yeah? But let's just say that, all right? Crampons, must have. You will slip and slide without the crampons like I did in the first episode when I was at the Zimmerlaun. Second of all, a proper layering system. It will get cold. At the Zimmerlaun at night, when I hiked up to the hut, it was -8 degrees, I think. I can tell you, I didn't really feel it. And it's not because I'm a hard motherfucker or whatnot, but because I always kept on moving. But you guys saw in the second episode, I freeze my ass off. As soon as you stop moving, you have to be layered up. You have to be prepared for that, because I don't want to get frostbitten or have hypothermia. I don't know about you. So layer the fuck up, all right? Then, I mean, it goes without saying that you have to get proper mountaineering boots. You have to strap on your crampons, and you have to be able to do that. Not any mountaineering boot can do that, so you have to buy that. It can be very cheap. Mine were 160 euros. I probably have to upgrade at some point because they probably won't cut it when I go onto Mont Blanc and whatnot in the future. So yeah, buy proper mountaineering boots, and of course all the clothing. You know, go into your local mountaineering store wherever you live. Get a proper pants, of course. Maybe you need even a thermal pants as well. Underwear beneath it, depending on where you go. Of course, I've never been to the Himalayas. I can only speak from my experience. But yeah, mountaineering is expensive, and I would rather you spend too much than too little, because depending on what you leave out, it could cost you your life. And what is a lifesaver is an ice axe. I can't stress this enough. An ice axe saved my life. It saved my life like 7-8 times, because I was too dumb to put on crampons the first time around. And I just slipped, and it would have fallen like probably like 200 meters down the mountain. I believe I would have survived it, but I would have broken something. And you don't have to take it that far. You don't have to full on break something before you learn from it, all right? So take it from me. And also, I didn't buy it yet, but maybe that's a good investment. Buy a compass, because your electronic devices could blow up, for what I know, all right? They could slide down the mountain. That also almost happened to me on the Zimmerlaun. Your phone could fall out of your hand, and then it's gone. And then what do you do? How do you navigate in the mountain? Especially if you didn't take the studying the route seriously, you know? Because obviously you go into new terrain, and then you might miss a turn, and then you have to have a compass, or better yet, also a map. Analog map where you know how to go, but obviously you have to know where you are as well. So study the routes, do the proper planning beforehand. I can't stress this enough. You won't make it. You won't make it. Just half-ass it. No, you're alone. The planning is on you. Everything is on you. Last but not least, what could make all the difference is you being in the right mindset. You want to summit this mountain. Maybe not at all costs, you know, maybe not at the cost of your life. Maybe you do. I know if I would want to summit K2. K2 is one of those mountains. When I summit that one, either summit it or will be a part of the mountain. That's the kind of mindset you gotta have. But also, you might be asking yourself, but Manasu, that's kind of contradictory with what you said with knowing when to turn back and listening to other people, the mountain guides. I know, but I'm also saying, if that's what you live for, I will be the last person to tell you to turn back. But for that, you have to be experienced. I'm not experienced. I can't really tell myself if this one is even winnable or not. But if you see a realistic chance at the summit, and some other people say you can't summit it, summit that motherfucker. Alright, that's what I say. That's a bit of bro science here, okay, if you say so. I'm sure most mountaineers won't agree with me, but I follow this philosophy of, if you do something, do it 100%, and if you start it, you better fucking finish it. Alright, having said that, I'm excited to see your guys' reaction. If you disagree with me, I'm pretty sure most people will disagree with me on the last point, and they're probably right. I'll say this, they're probably right, but solo mountaineering is solo for a reason, and it's your choice to do whatever you want. So don't take my word for it. Go on your first trip. Subscribe to this channel if you want to see more content like this. And leave a like. And I'll see you on the next video.